So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to KRSsatsang. And this week again, we have one unique question regarding personality. Because remember last time I made a video on astrology is not really about personality, it's about more than that, it's about making actual predictions. But then someone asked that, hey, what if I want to know how someone's personality is? Can you just talk about the personality itself? Okay, fine. Let's talk about that. And just wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing my Rahu Ketu video next week, probably here. But the thing is, it's going to be all censored because it's like you can't even say so many things now. So I'm going to do detailed Rahu Ketu transit video along with going over for each ascendant on my new KRS vlogs, for which the link will be in the description. It's at KRSchannel.thinkeffect.com, and that's where I've uploaded freely about everything, including something which is happening right now and how long it'll happen for. So I've done all that. So anyway, let's start with this question of personality and also combust planets. So personality, and also this person was mentioning they're actually a student in my nakshatra course, and they were asking, you've spoken about ascendant nakshatra, moon nakshatra, ascendant lord, sun, atmakarka, the planet with the highest degree. Like, it's for a newbie like me, it can get really confusing because I don't know which one to see, which one to know to really assess who this individual is. Is there a better way? Is there an easier way? Yes, there is an easier way. And the easiest way, if you don't want to look at any of these things that I mentioned, look at the person's first Mahadasha and Antradasha. That's it. Meaning, when this individual was born, what time cycle they were running through, which is a very common thing in Vedic astrology, is Mahadasha. So you look at the Mahadasha and then you look at the Antradasha. Antradasha is the sub-cycle. So there's a one major period cycle, let's say 20 years of Venus. Then there will be sub-cycles of 2 years, 2.5 years, 18-month-long cycles of each other or other planets, in that sub-period. And then the very first one that you were born on, the day that you were born on, what was running? Those two planets show who this individual is throughout life. So if, let's say, someone's born in Mars period and Jupiter sub-period, look at the position of Mars and Jupiter, where they are, what sign they're in, what nakshatra they're in, how they're aspected or conjunct. They're really going to behave like that. And especially the Mahadasha itself becomes the prominent thing. Like, this is who this person is. Okay, this is like when you try to tell this person who they are, that's what they want to hear. The sub-period shows the part of personality that nobody really gets to know unless you spend time with this person. So the sub-period Antradasha becomes a period where this person is going to be behaving truly as to who they are when they're inside their own domain, when they're inside their own home. So that's how you can easily understand personality. And of course, if you're new to, let's say, Vedic astrology, then you're going to have to learn what Mahadashas are, which are not, it's not rocket science. You can understand Mahadasha in like 5 minutes. I would say even 3 minutes. If you really just want to learn, within 3-4 minutes, you can learn what Mahadasha is. And if you want to know what your first Mahadasha was and sub-period was, just check out the links here under shop section and you'll see option 5 and beyond will have your PDF report where it'll be all the planetary alignments, your periods, your Mahadashas. But the one that you're looking for is Vimshotri Mahadasha, not any other Mahadasha, because I have several Mahadashas in that report. You're looking for Vimshotri, and that will show you the individual's personality and their inner self. Now let's go to the second question, which is about combustion, because I also, one of my last satsang again, I spoke about combust planet, but then again, some people had questions like, okay, can you just talk about individually? What about if a planet is combust? What is it really going to do? How should you try to predict that? So yes, back at my palace, because I ran out of battery. Right before this video, if you guys saw, I kind of looked up because my screen of my monitor, which is recording, gave me this beautiful little black screen that I never like seeing, but it happened. So anyway, let's start. So combust planets. The easiest way to understand combust planets, okay, is when an individual planet comes in, they become the authority in your life. They kind of like overpower you. This is why when Venus is with Sun, combust, many times you see a divorce. Why? Because the spouse becomes the authority into the individual's life. And the individual's like, I already have a father, and now I have to deal with a second father or mother. I don't think so. And this is where this irritation begins. So it's not like when a planet is combust, it completely loses its power. Because then if the planet is completely out, that means you shouldn't have that body part in your body, which means you shouldn't be alive. But what happens is, because Sun is this overpowering authority on us, and this tiny little planet comes to the Sun, hey, I'm close to you now. What happens is the sunlight dissolves it. It's like you're seeing my hand, but you're not seeing this one little dot there, this one little mark. It just is blended in the entire hand. So that planet gets blended in. It gets blinded by the sun, which does not mean it's the part of the sun. What happens is, in the person themselves cannot differentiate between this planet and the authority known as Sun, the king known as Sun. So if Mercury is so very close to Sun, combust, which most of the time it is, you will see a person will find friends, neighbors, who are going to be in a very authoritative position. They're going to be very strong. They're going to be the one always trying to advise this person. When Venus would be there, well, this person becomes the overpowering authority. But what also happens is, it's not just about the authority. It's also about the planetary function. Its necessary function is being overworked. It's being burnt out. The motor is being burnt out because of the overpowering, light of the sun. So with Mercury, a person will try to analyze things, overanalyze things, where they can lose an opportunity, and they'll keep analyzing while the other person who had the same opportunity or same idea goes forward, because they're like, okay, I analyze, let's move on. Venus, a person will overanalyze, are they doing the right things in their love, in their relationship? They will overanalyze what their partner is doing. They become obsessed with that Venusian thing in their life, because it's overworking. Venus is love, right? The passion, the devotion. Imagine overworking devotion. What does that turn into? Stalking. You take Mars. Mars is action. Mars is brothers, male figures in our life, like male friends, brothers, people who are kind of like our support system. Because Mars is a soldier. Soldiers are always going to go fight for you. So the people who go fight for you are the ones who always kind of like overpower you in decisions. And so what happens is that person feels like Oh, I guess my actions are not worthy because they're the one who are, brother will be the one, the younger brother may become the older brother in front of everyone. Like they'll be the one who are talking, they'll be the one who are asking all the question and talking about all the things. And this person who has a complete combust Mars, and I'm talking about Mars, every single planet should be like 5 degrees and below. Because I know Mars is combust at like what, 16, 18 degrees or 14 degrees. That's the start of that combustion. I'm talking about like when it's 5 degrees, then you know the planet is just dissolved. So this person, you know, when it comes to them taking action, they'll feel like my actions are not worthy because everybody else around me, my support system, are always trying to take the right decision, and they're always trying to take the right decision for me. I don't know if my actions are good enough. And especially that overpowering, that overworking of Mars that occurs is that this person can, when they get angry, when they're frustrated. Like if they're holding something in their hand, they will throw that on the wall. If somebody's in front of them, child messes up, boom, in India, you know, like pow, pow. Because the action is so blinded, it doesn't differentiate between right and wrong action sometimes. That's the combustion. Then Jupiter, intelligence. Your intelligence is not of your own. You have to seek intelligence from others. You are always trying to learn something over and over again from someone who has more knowledge than you. Because here Jupiter is no longer are able to provide that because his engine is being burnt up. Jupiter is overworking. Okay, one is overindulged into knowledge. And they're so overindulged in their knowledge that the other parts of the intelligence will suffer. The other thing we also see, like I told you in the last video, one gets irritated because they don't have a mentor in life. And when the mentor comes, you know, the mentor is burnt out. You get the mentor at their last stages. And that frustrates you because everybody else got the mentor in their prime. All the great ideas, all the great advice came in. And now they're just at the end, but you came in, okay, fine. What is it? What do you want? All right, just do this. Leave me alone. Saturn. This is one of the biggest things I've always seen with Saturn combust with Sun is that person loses the track of time. They don't know what, like, you tell them to do something on time, it'll always be late somehow. Because Saturn is naturally delayed, right? That's its significance, delay. Saturn is also karma. Karmas get delayed because of the fact you do not deal with time properly. Karmas get delayed, meaning, let's say you were supposed to come to a date or arrange a date with this one girl, and eventually you were supposed to pay some karma up with this girl. But because Saturn was combust, you kept delaying that date. You switched the time to date 3-4 times, and the person like, forget it. I don't want to be with, I don't want to even know this person. And they're gone. Meaning now karma is delayed to the next life. So when this person does not do things on time, their karmas are being delayed. And it becomes frustrating for them to do things on time, you know, put their karmas forth on time. Because there's the sun. Sun is always going to come on time. You know, sun is always going to rise and set at a particular time. But Saturn, which represents our timing, our clock, being combust, the person is like, let's do it, okay, but then it'll be delayed. Oh, I want to do this, but it'll keep getting pushed. So this is why, and especially in combustion, you will see Mars and Saturn suffer the most. Mars and Saturn to suffer the most because one is our ability to fight and take action. One is to perform the action, perform the karma. So if Saturn says you're supposed to perform this karma of being a head of a company of 50 people, Mars is going to be the one, all right, let's start that work. Saturn wants us to do that work, let's start that work. And if these two planets are combust, neither you realize that you're supposed to do this, but you simply fail to do it. So the karma, that force of karma does not come in, or if it comes in, you keep delaying it, so that Mars, which is also combusted, let's say at the same time, it's not going to get up and do those things. It'll feel like I'm helpless. I can't do it. So this is what combustion really will do. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my satsang of this week. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know, if your planets are combust or not, what your personality is, all of those things, check out the links here under shop section, option 5 and beyond. Otherwise, also make sure to go to contact section and fill out your email. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.